drums and ones. Throw it up, celebrate some news. Ay. I do a good job. Pull up and pop out and pull off. Hat on and hood on. Pedal to metal. When I put my foot on, I got to put on. I got a bad one. They want to keep me. Oh, that's a good one. Pockets are dense. I think my bread is hard as a crouton. Receipts in my pocket don't come with a coupon. Yeah. Okay. 30,000 in the pocket. No change. Okay. I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay. All my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay. So when I die, I ain't gonna be from old age. Somebody gonna want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros. Left pocket got pounds. Somebody gonna want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left. Touchdown. Touchdown. 8th floor. Come down. Hotel. Lobby. Receptionist. What now? 11 a.m. Check out. Might give her one foul just to tell her it's one now.
And thank you, Coach. We are across the Hudson from Midtown Manhattan at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Dallas Cowboys and the New York Giants. It's 3-0 versus 2-1, a good early season battle as we're underway in Week 4. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
Ready? 60 outlaw.
3, Mike. Let's go, D.
Mike.
It's going to be a long day.
And that is the kind of tackling they want to see all game as he'll lose yardage to start things out. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
Second and 12 at the 24-yard line.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
Ready?
Jones operating from the gun. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Stand off.
Here's Jones on 3rd down. He is going to find Hill here. A first catch for the man leading the NFL in receiving yards in this first month. And a first down to boot. A first carry for the former Nittany Lion. This is Saquon Barkley. And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading the play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
From the 41, Jones. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off around the 37, and he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. He's going through a rough patch throwing the football. 4 interceptions in that loss last week. Opening drive starts the game with a pick here.
But we did spend time with the head coach and the offensive coordinator and asked him, what did you see on tape? What did you see on film? And they talked about mechanics, making sure that he gets his feet underneath him, doesn't overstride, does a better job taking care of the football. And I think they're as shocked as anyone to see the first one of the game here in this one.
Yeah, he needs to start heeding their advice. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Brady's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10.
Recon, 132 fighter.
Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. Call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Looking deep down. That's caught inside the 20. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. 30 yards there. And, of course, the first down as well. So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10.
64, weak.
They'll run with Elliott. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott, his 6th touchdown of the season, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT, and it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. Now a hit and a loose football. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
Looking back to the air on 2nd down, it's Brady. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Julian Love picks it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
And an alley to run. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. First down for the Giants as they pick up 12.
Well, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Good running from Barkley there on first down as he'll get forward for about 6 yards. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. They'll try the right side here. Barkley, and he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Throwing, Jones. It's Hill, complete. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. It'll be a pickup of 4, good enough to earn him yet another first down.
People worry about throwing the out route because often it can get jumped, and that can turn into either an incompletion or an interception. But not on that one. Everything came together, and he catches it and goes over the sideline.
A first carry for the Clemson man, Wayne Gallman. Jalen Smith, the Notre Dame man, in on the tackle.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
From the 45 on 2nd down, Jones, Nick Bosa. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. You know darn well both of these teams reviewed the film and saw that this defense had 5 sacks last week. They got to keep their QB upright.
And they're going to try their best to do exactly that. But they're facing a team where getting to the quarterback is a mindset. It's a mantra for them. And they play a game within the game. And you know what it is? Let's race to the quarterback and see who gets there first.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. On 4th down, here's Lachlan Edwards to punt it. And he gets it away, and it's a laser headed for the sidelines. That'll be out of bounds, and how good was that? They'll say the 3-yard line. That's where they spot it.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they will start this drive with just terrible field position, backed up inside their own 5.
But we have seen teams be bold here and take shots, right? Sometimes you go max protection, make it a one-receiver route, and take your shot downfield and see what happens. And occasionally, we've seen success occur.
Now, Brady gets away with one. Lucky, could have been intercepted, but it falls to the ground. Brady's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll try the right side with Elliott. And he'll find a little space. He gets us up near the 10. They get 6 here after the incompletion, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 4.
All right, Brand, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
Now a play fake. Brady. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there. That brings up 4th. Out now comes the Cowboys punter, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. And they'll be set up in great starting field position here, as that's out of bounds at the 45-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And things haven't started so well for this side. 2 drives, 2 punts.
So now you've got to start looking not just at play calling, but which guy's going to step forward and say, okay, let's get this thing done. Because within that unit of 11, sometimes one guy can make a big-time play and break through the barrier.
On 2nd and 9. Jones, he'll buy some time right. On the run, he'll let it go. It's caught inside the 25. A gain of 32 that time. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Now Saquon Barkley. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd and 9, Jones escaping the pressure right. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Jones now. From the gun, he'll throw. That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield. And he will have the first down before he's tackled at the 12. Got what they needed there. The drive continues with a 9-yard pickup. First trip to the red zone for the Giants. It's 1st and 10 from the 12. He'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Mike 53. Watch the curl. Watch the curl.
And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
The Giants on 3rd down. They've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Now Jones. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sack back around the 8. Nick Bosa picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
This is taken at the 3. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
First down.
Wait, 20.
Check, 59. Watch the out.
Coaching spill. Wait, 28.
They keep on the ground with Elliott. And he's going to get this one down to the 45. Tackle made by Devondre Campbell.
Blue draw Parker.
From the 45 on second down, Brady under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. Dexter Lawrence able to run him down for a loss of 12 that time. 5 in the secondary now for the Giants here on third.
In your face.
They fake the handoff. Now Brady. He's going to air one out. And that'll be incomplete. Now, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's fourth down.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. On the run, it's Barkley. He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23.
You got it. You got it.
It's 3rd and 7.
2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3, our score.
He's tight right here. He's tight on the right. We got 3. We got 3, fellas. We got 3.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. That'll go as a 46-yard punt with a return of 7. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 11 yards and a Cowboy 1st down.
Regular.
Rush in.
Hey, high 7. Shadow.
Mike by 5. Watch the pass.
Hey, exit.
On play action, now Brady. He's going to wind up and air it out. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. You don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just maybe the defense is playing well. Is his horoscope off? His biorhythms? What is it?
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line.
You're trailing. You're trying to get points late in half. I absolutely understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, you can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful because that deficit can get a little bigger on the other side with that good field position they just took over with. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And the catch made by Johnson. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. 25 yards that time.
Play set. Alabama. 380. Check back, check back.
He's checking.
Hey, check it.
Now Elliott. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now, as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. They'll try to run it in with Elliott. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. Brady now on 3rd and goal. The quick slant caught. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. From 4 yards out. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here of the second quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the second half.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Time here for likely a couple plays if they want it, but with the field position what it is, maybe better suited to just sit on this one?
I'm with you totally. I would sit on it and get into the locker room and start over. But if they do decide to try and make a play, we know what the basics are. You run draw, you run screen. I would maybe run a little swing pass and try and get my lineman out in space and see if they can chop a hole into the secondary and see if he can run a little bit.
Greystone, Travis. Hey, orbit. Go.
On 2nd and 7, Jones. They're going deep for Hill. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Sean Davis with a pick. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Cowboys will get the football first here, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in quarter 3. It's a very short kick, taken right at the 20. And solid field position here to start as they get it out to the 40-yard line.
Now that's the kind of return you're looking for. To get to that spot on the field, that allows you to do a lot of things on offense.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the
and Brady going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Julian Love picks it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here, and sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
10th carry now for Elliott. Nice stiff arm.
Underused, but still effective.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. A first down carry by Elliott. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
At the 47-yard line.
Hey, go 66. Hey, Zoo.
59's Mike, 59's Mike. Check, 59.
All right.
Here we go. Let's go, D, let's go. Hey, let's get there.
Check 59. Mike is 59. Mike to 59.
Yeah, let's get sack lunch.
Check it. Right to the end.
Play action. Now it's Brady. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 23. Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred, still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules about playing that position still apply. If things go wrong, you still act like you're the best player out on the field. You still carry that supreme arrogance with you and continue to fire the ball. I've seen guys have games like this, and this is where you find out if you're great or not. Can you overcome some interceptions and still lead your team to victory?
Well, once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10.
Bravo.
Check, 59.
Hey, we're pretty quiet, D. We're pretty quiet. Gold 50.
59's Mike.
Regular.
Throwing again. Brady. And he'll find Hall. He'll have a first down inside the 10. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. 22 yards there, a first down. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will take it in for a Cowboy score. Ezekiel Elliott, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. Gonzalez good on the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily that you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Now this pass into the hands of Saquon Barkley. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Obviously an important run to avoid the 3-and-out on your own side of the field.
Shows a lot of faith in that offensive unit, doesn't it? That you want to run the ball in that situation, pick up the first down, Also helps out your defensive guys a little bit, too. Allows them to get at least one more series of downs in order to get some rest.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield, incomplete. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes his quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
Jones fakes the give to Barkley. Oh, and he'll just get rid of this one deep. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Still just the third quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on fourth. On fourth down, Jones. And that is going to be incomplete. The Giants go on fourth, but come up empty. And the Cowboys' defense is going to get them the football back. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
A little bit of daylight on that first down run sets them up nicely. 8 yards on the carry. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Elliott running right. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. On play action, it's Brady. And a quick throw here, that's complete. It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the first.
A gain of 12. First down, Dallas.
And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. They go back to Elliott. He's been busy. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
Check 52. Hey, Haywood. 72. Don't get nervous.
Mike, check, 59.
When he hit.
Throwing now is Brady. And his throw here is incomplete. Charles, you'd said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are, because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they've had an answer for it.
The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. The Cowboys on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. Shotgun now for Brady. That is caught inside the 5. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people pointed out to me, it's a video game, man. Go ahead and put the numbers up. Sportsmanship, not an issue.
Exercise those fingers. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll make it 2nd and goal. Now Brady. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. From 4 yards out. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12.
60 Pittsburgh.
Check 53's Mike. Double dog, double dog.
Go.
Operating from the gun, Jones. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Let's go.
Now Jones throwing on 4th down. Flushed out right. And this is going to be incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And now possession's going to go over with a football at the 20-yard line.
Wait 10. Wait 20.
Mike's 59.
62 draw Corker. 380.
Brady now on 1st down. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott, his 3rd touchdown of the game, his 8th on the year, as his guys continue to pour it on. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT, and the lead will swell by 1 more. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken at his 4. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned it to 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. A gain there of 21 yards. So a solid run by Saquon Barkley and another 1st and 10 here.
1st and 10 at the 40.
Now a 1st down run is sniffed out from the start as they'll drop him for a loss of 4. It's a loss of 4 on the 1st down play. After seeing that, maybe time to go back to some downfield throws here.
Yeah, anything. Change it up because the teams that win, the best teams, they're the ones that make adjustments. Doesn't mean you can't come back to what you thought you could get done. Sometimes when you open things up a little bit, you can get back to what you wanted to do before.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Jones, they'll rifle this one deep right side. And now here is another interception. Picked off Byron Jones. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
On 2nd down now, it's Elliott, and they'll get him down up past the 15, just shy of the 20. 14 yards, good for a Cowboy 1st down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Cowboys in possession of football here as we get you reset. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here, 1st and 10.
Alert! Hey, Alpha! Shadow!
Off play action. Brady. Complete. It's Johnson. That one goes for 24 yards. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. To throw is Brady. And it's hauled in by Austin Hooper. And he will go out right near the 35-yard line. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Brady going to throw here. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Devondre Campbell, the linebacker, picks him. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
Switch up.
Jones on 1st down. He'll get this out to Barkley, complete. A very solid gain of 27. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
Finds his tight end Ingram. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game.
Got it. 53, check, 53, Get that quarterback. Defense.
A first down carry for Barkley. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. The Giants going to burn their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go in the game.
53, 53.
At the Cowboys' 19-yard line.
Hey, high 7. Hit it.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Jones. And it'll be intercepted. Snags it for the pick. And that one, Charles, is just going to about wrap up what was no doubt a dominating defensive performance.
Yeah, I don't care what team it is. I don't care who you play, whether they're strong offensively or not. Just giving up 3 points in the NFL, that's absolutely a dominant performance and one that they can build on.
He's going to let it go again. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down. Fourth quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
Brady's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10.
Check, 59, 59.
Hey, exit.
59's Mike, 59's Mike.
Brady going to look to throw. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 36. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Try to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller.
His Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes. He's going to launch this thing way down. And now here's another interception. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers.
Intercepted. The Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Use that as ammunition.